John Wick 4 is all set to release this month.
Last words, Winston? Just have fun out there.
This time around, the franchise is back with more fighting, chasing, and hardcore action than ever before. But what sets John Wick Chapter 4 apart from its predecessors is its unique action sequences.
You and I left a good life behind a long time ago, my friend.
Which are inspired by Japanese anime and filmmaking.
You, my trusted friend. I was so black.
Keanu Reeves recently admitted this fact in an interview and shared just how important Japanese influence is to the movie. So in this video, we are going to dive into the details of this influence and how it's shaping John Wick Chapter 4. If you are curious about the impact of the Japanese influence on this movie, then make sure to stay tuned till the end of this video. So let's get started.
I don't sit at the table. Your family does.
Please pray for me.
Today we are talking about Keanu Reeves and the John Wick franchise. Back in 2014, Reeves made a comeback to the action genre with the first John Wick movie, and audiences loved it.
I'm going to need a gun.
Goodbye, my friend.
Failure to meet at sunrise.
It's hard to die.
7 years later, the franchise has grown to become a full-on series, with 3 films already released and a 4th on the way.
It's hard to die.
A man has to look his best when it's time to get married. Or buried.
The John Wick movies have created a mythology around an underground league of killers, complete with their own rules and customs.
John Wick, excommunicado in effect in 3, 2, 1.
Fans have been eagerly anticipating the 4th installment. Lionsgate announced its production just a few days after the release of the 3rd movie, John Wick Chapter 3.
Working again? No, just sorting some stuff out.
Task your crew. How many?
Hey, John. I thought I'd let myself in.
People keep asking if I'm back.
I say the odds are about even. Doc, 5 seconds. You expect him to make it out? A $14 million bounty on his head.
Reeves is back in the lead role, with Chad Stahelski returning as director and Mike Finch taking over script duties. However, despite having a great action sequence in the previous 3 films, the 4th part is gonna excel in this specific aspect.
Where'd you get that car?
What does it matter?
It's who you did it to. It's John Wick.
The fighting sequence of this film is heavily inspired by Japanese anime and movies. Keanu Reeves, the star of this franchise, shared his views on this topic. Reeves explained just how important these influences are to the movie, saying, "I think the Japanese elements, the Japanese influences, are gonna be pretty cool, especially in terms of like the wabi-sabi, the kind of volatility and the beauty of decay, and sort of the simplicity that's there. It's definitely influencing the story and the world, and the action, and all that." He further said that Japanese anime and Japanese filmmaking have been something I have loved and have been influenced by. The Bushido is definitely a theme in our film, you know, the code of the samurai. So from the outside, it feels like a great fit, the idea of honor and sacrifice. So there's a strong Japanese influence.
John Wick action asks just a little bit more. We're not going in like the old days. Just a conversation.
One of the most interesting aspects of this movie is the code of honor that the assassins in its world follow. The code is centered around the use of markers, which are amulets that contain bloody fingerprints inside. If an assassin gives away their marker, they must do one favor for the holder. Breaking the code by violating the marker results in a death sentence. This aspect of the story makes the universe of John Wick feel richer and the characters more complex. Even as a legendary assassin, John Wick must follow the code, or else he risks his life.
With Chapter 4, we took it to another level.
A man has to look his best when it's time to get married.
This concept also creates interesting conflicts that add depth to the story. Without it, John Wick Chapter 4 might feel just like another generic action flick instead of a movie that takes place in a well-developed world with its own unique mythology. Director Chad recently sat down with Total Film for their 2023 preview edition and revealed that the upcoming film will have heavy Japanese influences. This doesn't just apply to the action and story, but also to the casting and visual approach is taken from samurai cinema. Stahelski explained, "This one has a very Japanese theme to it. It's about a certain code, whether it's friendship or the art of living. Even though everyone in the movie is a bad guy, there's a code. I am a huge fan of Chambara films, sword fighting films, samurai films from Harakiri to Seven Samurai. I can literally name all 26 episodes of Zatoichi plus the TV shows, so obviously that's a huge influence." So it looks like the upcoming John Wick film will have a heavy dose of Japanese culture and cinema, which is sure to add a unique and exciting twist to the already popular franchise.
Cars, and weapons, and jiu-jitsu.
Stahelski also shared exciting details about the cast of the film, which will see the teaming up of screen fighting legends Donnie Yen and Hiroyuki Sanada, alongside Japanese-British singer-songwriter Rina Sawayama. Even Keanu Reeves upped his martial arts game for this film by learning new tools like nunchucks and the bow and arrow. While the franchise takes place mainly in New York City, the third film was shot in Morocco for its middle act, and this time, the film is headed to Germany, France, and Japan.
No. Why bother?
My friend, it's hard to die.
Giving it a more global appeal. After multiple delays caused by the pandemic, this highly anticipated fourth chapter of the John Wick franchise is finally set to hit theaters on March 24th. This time, our favorite retired hitman, John Wick, will be taking on the High Table and their army of highly skilled assassins. He is doing all this in the name of finding a way out of the game for good. But as we all know, trust is a rare commodity in Wick's world, and according to the stars of the movie, a major betrayal is on the horizon that could change everything Wick knows about his life. Are you excited to see John Wick Chapter 4? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cine Wizard for more updates on this film and other exciting movie news.
We wanted to bring the muscle cars back.
We really wanted to do something different.
We're gonna have the sequence